Hello, and welcome to a review of the Maintenance Work Order Request application, simply known as MaintReq. There are a few slides for reference, and then there'll be a demonstration. MaintReq supports self-registration. No user or person maintenance is required by the administrator, and no password is required by the user. MaintReq does not consume a Maximo user ID. There's a one-time setup fee and then annual maintenance. MaintReq is mobile browser friendly, resizing as needed, and after this demonstration, there'll be another one with a mobile device. MaintReq provides the user with the ability to create work orders, including attachments, as well as to check the status of work orders created by them or by others. There are only a few screens in the application. First, the profile page, where the user is initially set up, and they can review and modify their profile, most commonly to alter the site in a multi-site environment. The main menu provides access to this function and others, and the inquiry page provides access to several predefined queries, and we'll see those in the actual demonstration. The new request page will indicate the person's profile, allowing them to confirm they are logged in, and then provide fields for them to enter in specifics about the work request. Default work type, but that of course can be changed, and there's a selector for you to do that. Lookups available as well, and there's a place to browse your hard drive to look for an image or attachment. Further, on a mobile device, this function will allow you to have access to turn on your camera and take an actual picture. And when we do the mobile demonstration, we'll show you how that's actually done. All right, let's go ahead and get into Maximo. And the first thing we'll do is we'll go ahead and look at the self-registration. So when I attempt to log in and I haven't been in here yet, it'll come back, tells me invalid login, and I can click here to register, which is the self-registration. So I can go ahead and put in my information. I'll give myself a new name. Phone number, not required. However, it is here and is useful so that when you need to be reached, the person working the work order can go ahead and contact you. Information you can type in, there'll also be selectors, select value options to go ahead and put in information as you go. We'll look at those as well. I'll go ahead and hit submit. And it'll indicate I should check my email for confirmation. So that'll be up in a few. In the meantime, let's just go in as somebody else. And this should be as Diane Liberi. Yeah. So again, before I submit a request, let's take a look at the inquiry page. I can see open work orders submitted by Diane. And you can look at any individual work order, see the details on it, go back. Open work orders for the site essentially is submitted by, well, anybody. And they're, in this case, to that page, you can alter that if you want to go to a larger list. You have the sort of VCR buttons for navigation. And just a click away from the dialog, and I'll take you back. And completed work orders submitted by individual. Again, you can select them and see whatever details that may be present on that work order. All right, so that's come through, and before I get too far along here, looks like my email has come. So let me go ahead, I'll log out here, and I'm going to open up the email so you can see it, and even took my new name. Takes the information here. I can click on the link to confirm and actually log me in. And off we go. And we're in. And it confirms my entry. And I can go ahead and submit a new request. And I'll just say, yep, pump is leaking. I've used that one before. And the detailed section is essentially a long description. That would be for the work order. I can go ahead and select, let's see, let's go with condensate as my search criteria. Don't even need the wildcards, they're assumed. And there it is. I can select it. It's got the one asset that's there, or I could do the same. I could do the selection from the asset. It would bring the location as well. Corrective maintenance is correct, but if you need to change the work type, you can select those as well. I can give it a target start date, pull up a calendar, and give it an R. And here, I can actually drag it from Windows Explorer, or I can browse out onto a hard drive. Let's see, things on my desktop. Yep, there's a leaky pump image. And hit submit. So the maintenance request becomes a work order and waiting approval status that is loaded into Maximo. Did I hit submit? I didn't hit submit. There's the indicator there. And now see it's actually here. It gives me a work order number 1292. Go back home. I'll see work request inquiry. Open work order submitted by me. There it is. And if I want to take a look at that in Maximo, where's Maximo? Whoops. There it is. So I should have new requests here. There's 1292. And there is an attachment on 1292, which is a picture. And we'll just open it up. Of course, it opens in the other window. And there it is. So one leaky pump. And this concludes this portion of the demonstration. And then next up, we'll take a look at this on a mobile device. We're going to resume our review of the maintenance work order request application, or simply MaintReq, via a mobile device. So we're on my phone. I'm going to just select my ID in the interest of time, but I'll show you use of the keyboard in a moment. So now we've gotten back to the same menu that we have in the desktop version. We can look at the work request inquiry, see, I'll just use the first one to open work order submitted by me. There's just the one. I can see the details that was done from the previous session, and I can go back to the menu, look at open work orders for the site, and I'll see several more work orders that are here. I can select one of those and get the details on that, mainly looking to check status. I can go back to the menu, or I can always go home as well. And I'm going to go ahead and do the submit new request. So that takes me into the request screen. I'm going to say, yes, found, correct, manhole cover. Still needs to be replaced. Even though it may not look like it. And I'll show you a picture of that in a moment. And instead of using the location lookup, I'm going to go ahead and tap here and use the asset. I'll look by description. And I'm just going to search for manhole. And it looks like I've got a few here, but the manhole cover, that's what I'm looking for, cover-01. This brings in the location with it as well. And our work type is corrective maintenance, and that's fine. I can put a target start date on it, so I'll set that for tomorrow. And I'm going to go ahead and get a picture. So rather than go ahead and grab files, I'm just going to go ahead and take the picture and then upload it. Of course, I don't have a manhole cover handy, but got a picture of one. So I'll go ahead and take the picture, hit OK. It's got gives it a file name, of course, and then somewhere down here at the bottom, I can hit submit. And that will upload the image as well as a work order and create that in Maximo. And now we have a new work order number 1296. So if I go back, actually let's go all the way back, and work request inquiry, open work order submitted by me, and looks like I've got the new one here as well. But there's always a question, well, what does that look like in Maximo? All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at a Maximo screen. There we go. So, and this is pump is leaking. Of course, that's the earlier work order that was created. I'm going to just go ahead and hit Start Center again, refresh this list. We should get our new work order. There it is. I'm cracking a manhole cover, just like that. And let's check our long description. Yep, that still got in there. I can actually modify it. Editing, yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna lose the rich text format. I'll get over it. Since I left out the D. That's fine. And we'll hit OK and save it. Because now it's a work order in Maximo, just like any other work order in Maximo. And let's see, you've got location, the asset, and time. And of course, the image. So let's go over here and see if we can take a look at the image and hit open. And hopefully, it opens up in this window. There we go. So you have the ability to leverage this on a mobile device or a desktop, and it will just render to fit in the form that you have available. Thanks very much, and have a good day.